Hello, I'm Jessica Liley. Welcome to Aussie Wristwatch. Today I have a bonus episode for you. It is actually my birthday, and being a Leo and of this personality, I'm happy to celebrate it with everyone. I kind of love my birthday. I actually share the day with my dad, who's no longer with us, so the whole thing is kind of bittersweet, but a really nice day. And for my birthday this year, I was surprised by my wife with a MoonSwatch. So I'm super excited to get this watch. And, you know, having not been able to get anywhere near it when it was launched, I'm so happy that I have this watch. I thought I'd just talk about it today, almost off the cuff. So it's kind of a review. It's kind of a discussion about the whole model of the watch and the arrangements with how it's being sold. And let's just have a little bit of fun as a bit of a bonus episode today. Okay, let's get into it. But before we do me a favor. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I love you guys. I'm having such a great time chatting with you in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Keep commenting. Tell me your thoughts. Love it. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into it. All right, first of all, let's look at the specifications of this watch, which are not that dissimilar, in all honesty, with the actual Speedy. I'm talking size and things like that. But so first of all, we've got a quartz movement, which makes sense in the swatch, which also makes sense in terms of keeping the price down. It's water resistant 3 bar. I think it's 5 bar for the Speedy. So again, it's not that dissimilar because we're talking about 30 and 50 meters. This is a land/moon watch. It's not a water watch. Strap is Velcro. Let's talk about that for a second, shall we? I should say that I've got another one in my hand because, well, my wife bought one for herself, so I've borrowed that. It's the Mercury watch. Sorry, I should have said I've got the Mission to Saturn watch, which is the one I wanted. So I love the rings of Saturn, which are on the dial. And then yes, Mercury, which is it's actually not the closest one to the Speedy you can get. That would be the Moon, but it's pretty damn close actually when you sort of look at it side by side. In any event, the Velcro strap. I reckon the last time I wore a Velcro strap was high school. Mad for them back then. And probably, in all honesty, on a Swatch watch, because that was my watch of choice back then. And also in my budget. I don't love this Velcro strap. I don't know whether because it's stiff, because it's new, or it's just a Velcro strap, to be honest with you. I think it's also my wrist is a little bit small for it. Can you guys see that? It kind of juts out here a little bit, and it's on pretty tight. So I think it's a mix of it needs to be worn in, and I just need to replace it with perhaps a NATO strap or a rubber strap. But in any event, that is what it looks like, guys. So it loops through like that, for those of you who haven't had the pleasure, and there you go. So that's the strap. There's no clasp, there's no strap buckle. Now let's talk about the case material, which is bioceramic. So there's been a lot of discussion I've noticed online about this. People saying, it's not an Omega and it's a plastic watch. Why would anyone want that? They probably haven't said it like that, but I thought just for a bit of fun. Look, it is an Omega. It is a Speedmaster. And it's 1/3 to 2/3 plastic. So it's 1/3 plastic to 2/3 bioceramic. So yeah, it's part plastic. I'll pay that for sure. It feels kind of great actually. It's like I talked in, done a review on a Luminox recently, the Navy SEAL watch, and they're Carbonox, sorry. Similar kind of, I know they're not the same, so please, I mean, don't say that in the comments. I know that, but yeah, similar kind of like, it's a, you know, some kind of synthetic compound, and it's just different. So yeah, sure, it's part plastic as a watch, but it definitely says Omega on there. So it's an Omega. It's also a Swatch. it's a Speedmaster, it's also a MoonSwatch. It's all of those things, guys. Yeah. So, bioceramic plastic watch, yes and no. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt here and say it's just a different compound watch with a little bit of plastic thrown in. It's 42 millimeters in diameter, so it's similar or the same actually to the Moonwatch. It's 13.25 millimeters thick, so it's actually pretty low profile on the wrist, as you can see there. And it's 37.34 millimeters lug to lug, which I now know, guys. Yeah, I know, I'm learning. And it's a 20 millimeter lug width. That's this bit. I know, but I'm very excited that I know this now. We talked about the Velcro strap. It also has super luminova. So it does have lume, which I haven't, in all honesty, I haven't tested that yet. So we'll give that a crack at some point. Yeah, and it's exceptionally light, I gotta say. But that, again, that's the 1/3 plastic, 2/3 bioceramic. It's the compound. And of course the Velcro strap is like, weighs nothing. So you kind of don't know what's on. I mean, this is already going to be like a great everyday watch. I'm telling you now, super comfy, other than the strap issues we've discussed, but just nice and light. And yeah, I mean, it's bloody awesome, I got to say. So let's talk about the palaver that is Swatch at the moment and how they've released this watch. So I think everyone's going to recall, unless they were under a rock or just generally not a watch fan, which I'm assuming if you're watching this channel you are, the announcement about 3 days before it was set to come on sale. The internet was abuzz with all these photos of these watches that, you know, oh my God, Omega and Swatch have just done a collab and this is what's happening. And these photos looked amazing. And then you had those crazy pictures of people lining up the night before at the Swatch stores all over the place, including here in Sydney where it was nuts. I can't remember if it's Sydney or if it was the Melbourne store where there was like the police actually had to get called because it was like just crazy. And then in about 5 minutes, they were all sold out. Boom. And they made it very clear prior to that release that they were not limited edition watches, i.e. they should be readily available at a point in time for everyone. And they would be available online. Now, since that statement was made, Swatch have come out. I can't remember his name. I don't have it in front of me, but the CEO of Swatch looks like the biggest baller ever. Every photo I've seen of him, he's sitting in a boardroom meeting with a cigar. And I'm like, that is so funny. It's so cool. Anyway, I digress. So he's since come out and said that they will not be available online. Yeah. That's been a bone of contention on the internet. It's been a flurry of discussion about that. Now, I don't know. Okay, so here's my take on this. I kind of go, are we trying to create an exclusive watch that only some can get? We're definitely, as a marketing team, the royal Swatch, are trying to create a hype around this watch and maintain that hype. Without a doubt, that's got to be it, right? But then I kind of go like, I mean, and you know, smarter people have obviously crunched the numbers on this, guys. So don't get me wrong there either. But it just always feels counterintuitive to be like, we're just going to drop this at, you know, certain points in time. And they've set up pop-up stores around the world for a frenzied drop, which is kind of like what they do with the shoe collabs and all those crazy things, right? I get that too. But are they the same collab in the sense that this is ultimately, in most part, a Swatch, i.e. an affordable watch? I don't know, like I'm just in two minds about it. I gotta say, I'm a little bit torn. Like, how many of these would they sell as an item if they just released it online? Would that then over time diminish to the point that there's kind of like a a crossover period in terms of if we just maintained the hype and dropped them from time to time at certain stores, sales are going to kind of be like this versus online sales. But at a point in time, these online sales are probably going to go like this, and we're still maintaining the hype. And so we're going to be like seeing this over time. I know I've overanalyzed this and my whole lawyer / ex business brain switched on there, but I'm just really curious to understand that a bit more. I mean, from that point of view, I get it. Like if it is a pure monetary business decision and you want to maintain the hype, and because it's like the best collab or one of the best collabs you've probably like done in a really long time, well, that makes sense maybe. But what are the fans and what do the consumers think of that? I suspect they don't give a shit. I suspect the consumer who really wants that watch and the excitement around going and lining up at a pop-up store to get it on that day is still going to happen. And I think Swatch have done their homework and gone, yep, we're onto a winner here. I think that is it. We will have to see. The proof will be in the pudding, right? Like when they start doing this, we'll start to see what happens. But I suspect that's what it is. Now, we're still going to have a secondary market for them. They're about 200%, give or take. It honestly depends where you look. I didn't go. My wife said she went to StockX, and that's where she got them. And, you know, like most things can be bought for a price. So if people really, really want them, they're still going to pay. It's kind of like a Rolex, right, in the grey market. I don't know if that's exactly what they're trying to do, but it's the same kind of concept, right? It's creating a buzz and an exclusivity around a product. It's hard to get. When you get it, it's so much better because it was hard to get, you know, so I kind of get all that. But yeah, look, time will tell and we will see. And that is my thoughts. I've rambled on enough. I would actually like to know, if anyone else has been lucky enough to get this watch and what their thoughts have been on it. If they love it, they hate it. Is it all a bunch of bullshit? Is it just a plastic watch at the end of the day? What do you think about the fact that it's not going to be released online? Do you actually care? I mean, that would be pretty cool to know. I mean, I cared before I had the watch in the sense that I was like, oh, it's just going to take me so much longer to like realize that I'm going to have to part with more money than the retail to get it. Which, as you guys know, is not something I actually like to do. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to go and enjoy my birthday now. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. Let me know your thoughts again. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed my little blah, blah, blah. And also, please, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and come back and watch some of my other blah, blah, blah. Thank you again, guys. Have a great day.